By the pond. Today is a beautiful day. But as always with ponds, there are so many challenges, or at least for me. This is my third year with a pond, and this is a 2,000-gallon pond. And if you notice, it is covered. It's a gorgeous day. I could be weeding, cleaning off rocks, tending to my fish, doing all the things I think are fun. But instead, I have two nets on here to catch all these, I think they're maple seeds. As kids, we called them helicopters. Oh my gosh, look at them all. Look at them all. It's covering my yard and it hasn't even started yet. Let's see if we can see the tree. See this tree? Those are not leaves. Those are all seeds. So oh, look at that. I can't even see my pond. Looks like somebody threw little feather darts at my pond. They're all over my yard. My aquaponics tank. Look at this. There's just seeds floating everywhere. And if I don't take care of them, I will have little maple trees. Hi, everybody. I'll have little maple trees everywhere. This is not as bad. This is my new adoptee red ear slider. But that's because last year I put up a sunshade. Oh my gosh. They're just everywhere. They're all over the tortoise enclosures. And it hasn't even begun yet. And look at this tiny little pond. Look at this tiny little pond. You see that? I have to go fishing out all those seeds. Otherwise, I will be overridden. Hi, Steph. Hi, Aim. Hi, Steph. Husp. I like the husp. Hey, H-O-D. I like that even. So, yeah, I just wanted to, dig in and start what I like to do every year, mostly with annuals, because I can't really afford the perennials yet. You have a zoo. Simply better. A Q zoo. That's what I call it, my Q zoo. I want to get into this pond and blend the lines between the pond and the ground. I want to put in some annuals, some perennials, grow some moss, but it's still covered. It's covered, crazy covered. Because look at these seeds. And don't get me wrong, I love trees. But I'm not fond of this one. Look at how many seeds are about to drop. There's not one leaf up there. Those are all seeds. And that's coming down. So true, I can't dig in and start having fun yet. But I can rake up seeds and rake up seeds. Now this little pond over here, this is where I'm going to build my aquaponics. I am going to grow as much lettuce, marigolds, nasturtiums, any edibles for my tortoises that I possibly can. I'm going to grow them all. And here is my chicken coop. No chickens yet. Hey, Dee. No chicken coops. I mean, I got a chicken coop, no chickens yet. Because I told her I didn't want roosters. And so far, 80% of all her chicks turned into roosters. And I got lots of neighbors. I don't want to go through that again. That was pretty traumatic. Oh. It is. Look at this hinge. Taylor, I made this door myself. Wait. Hinge opens. Oh my gosh. This is the first door I ever made. First hinge I ever put on. They let me use power tools now. Look out. Look out. So one of the next things I want to do is rebuild this tortoise enclosure. Only because it's a little bit too high for me just to put down one big cover. You want to see my little babies? If I'm live, can I swap the camera to go flip? Let's see. Oh, look, I can. There we go. So those are my Russian tortoises. Dee, let me tell you, the NEC was amazing. All that work you guys did, so amazing. Here's my sulcatas and their overgrown enclosure. Yes, I put down sod for them. I actually transplanted dandelions. And these two ponds up here, I'm going to be floating aquaponics up here. Got my tomatoes and herbs going already. That is awesome. That is awesome. I started seeds, but I started them indoors. Because I think it was 2 nights ago, it went to 34. But there, look at that pond. That makes me want to cry. Hi, Mary Page. Look at that. What's a shame is this netting is so expensive. I have 2 nettings on them and it's still getting through, and I'm going to have to throw it away. There's no way. See if I can get a close-up on how they land in the net. It's so funny. Well, it'd be funny if, look at them all. You have eastern box turtles. I'm in Pennsylvania and we cannot have any eastern box turtles. We are not allowed to have in possession eastern box turtles. And like a lot of you know, that I was given a couple of eastern box turtles, which I instantly, not just because I have YouTube, but I instantly contacted the wildlife and game. And because if I'm not allowed to have in possession of it, I'm not about breaking the laws. I'm having a hard time just learning the laws. Like, let's see what we got here. But I do have some wood turtles. Are they in here? Let's see. You want to see the wood turtles? Beep, 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 beep. There they are. I don't want to disturb them. They're sleeping. But they have their own little pond and everything. Over here's my cherry head tortoise. See if he came out and ate yet. Did not come out and eat yet. He's a late riser. But I have everything this year predator proof. A raccoon is not going to get my animals this year. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I really wanted to plant, and I get like this every spring. Like I just want to plant, and it's not time in this zone to plant yet. But I do enjoy the lilacs, all the perennials that come out. You want to see my irises? I brought these from my childhood home every place I've lived, and every time I've moved, I've dug them up again. Look at these irises. So my childhood home, now keep in mind, I'm over 60. So my childhood home was a long time ago. And every time I move, I dig up some of these irises and bring them with me. Because I know they're common purple irises, but they mean so much to me. Those and tiger lilies, they're out front. I got tiger lilies that I brought along with me everywhere I go. So yeah, that's my, those are my privileged problems today. I want to plant. I did get Jacob's ladder this year. Hopefully it'll be perennial in this zone. There's the Jacob's ladder. That's going to be here. So I think that's the mondo grass. I got some sedum, these peonies. And this is floating water celery, variegated water celery and bamboo from last year, and some rush. I think it's curly rush, but look at all these seeds. Look at all these. And look at the lemon creeping Jenny or creeping Charlie. I just call them creeping. This I didn't even bring in, and it came back beautifully. My dark green creeping Jenny doesn't ever come back, so that I was thrilled about. And then underneath there, I don't know if you can see, those are Rosa Sharons. They're like hibiscus, and my tortoises love those flowers. So I'll cultivate those. I actually dig up dandelions and transplant dandelions in hopes of getting some dandelion growth. I know, isn't that crazy? Oh, so I just gotta sit for a minute. So although I'm not gonna really be working on my pond yet, I am gonna be cleaning up all these seeds. And it's a shame because there's a whole tree of them about to fall. So it'll be like all for naught. Donnie's in the house. Donnie, if I don't tell you this every week, I hope I do tell you every week. I love those angels. I love my blue angels. Your backyard is gold. Thank you. Besides that tree. Oh. Ugh. And it's not even my tree. And I have neighbors that get mad at me because it's so overgrown and it does this to the street, to the yard, everything. And it's not my tree. It's not my tree. If I had money, I would trim it, cut it. But it's not my tree. So this is weird. I don't usually go live on my phone. This is the second time and I kind of liked it. So I did it again. I made sure nobody else was scheduled, but do you guys want to see what I made? So I was having a problem getting from the yard to this garden. So I made this bridge. It's in 3 spots. There's the platform is separate from the steps, which is separate from the walkover, which is actually 3 different 2x4s. So, yeah, I'm on it. Oh, yeah. I feel like I am queen of the jungle. Okay, sorry. I got carried away. But this is so that I could get to this pond and that pond without stepping on top of any turtles and tortoises, because sometimes I get a little worried. Sometimes I get a little worried that I get to step and crush them because they like to bury themselves. So sometimes they're flush with the dirt. And if I don't see them and I go stomping around like gardening and stuff. But yeah, so that's my new creation. They are about to pass a law about keeping any turtles. But if they do, we can keep the ones we have. But we just have to prove it that we have them before the law passes. What state? RB Animals Rescue. What state is this? How do I prove I have them now? Like, who do I go to prove what I have? How many ponds do you have, Suze? I got my 2,000-gallon pond. The rest are like summer tubs. They're tubbing that's in the ground. I have a 100-gallon tub. I have my 300-gallon galvanized tub. This little pond here would make another pond. See how I'm not actually counting? It's denial. And I got these 2 ponds that run into each other. And this is a more shallow pond for my red ear slider. It's about 300 gallons. And then this 70-gallon tub I got from Elizabeth at One Fish, Two Fish ROC. And then out front I have 3 small ponds. One that's about 250 gallons for my another red ear slider. And I'm telling people, because it seems like people get these cute little turtles and want to give them up. And it's like, stop. I am full to my brim with red ear sliders. I can't take anymore. So I just wish I could let people know that, you know, red ear sliders is like a lifetime commitment. It's not like a cute pet you get while your kids are little and then you get rid of when they're off to college. Well, it shouldn't be. And they're invasive, so if you're going to have a red ear slider, especially outside, you have to have enclosure. And I have like 3 enclosures so that they can't get out. Because I live between a canal and a river. I did that backwards. A canal and a river. The Delaware River. So yeah, that's how many ponds I have. I wish I could see the chat on my phone. Take them to Florida and let them go. You're crazy. You should be covered, Q. Just make them watch all your replays. Exactly. Best looking fish in the hobby. Yeah, those angelfish. So yeah. How many ponds did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you call summer tubs ponds? I do. I call them ponds when they're dug into the ground because I had to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And then a couple of above ground summer tubs, which I wish I could bring out my axolotl babies outside. Oh my gosh, I think they would flourish. But it would be too hard to try, because right now there are like 5 babies per tub, and I got to make sure each one of them eat. Nobody's being a bully. It's really hard. It's really hard. Now I'm in North Carolina. Okay. Oh, I was looking at North Carolina. John and I were looking at moving. First of all, lots of reasons. And not just, there's lots of reasons why we're thinking about moving. But I want land, at least an acre. And I know for a lot of people out there, that's not a lot of land. But for me, this is my whole yard. This is it. This is all I got. I would love to be a certified rescue, rehab, rehome. I would love that. I would love that to be my life. But can you change your direction of your life when you're like over 60, or is it just like over? Sometimes I feel so old. Maybe that's why I started roller skating. Yeah. What is your favorite fish? My favorite fish. Oh, wow. I was going to say in what category. I love my Trimac. Triton the Trimac. He's probably one of my favorites. I love my Oscars. The electric blue Jack Dempsey's. Oh my gosh. they're just so sweet and kind and quiet. Fish, let's see. The Congo Tetra, the lemon tetras. I don't know if I have a favorite. Donnie's Blue Angels right now are top of my list. I've got a dozen of them in a 55-gallon with some dwarf neon rainbow fish. They're just spectacular. They're absolutely spectacular. And I like aquatic plants. So that's another reason why I kind of trying to veer away from cichlids or tanks that I can't have my aquatic gardens, because I have a lot of tanks that just have an aquatic garden with no fish in it too. And then my reptiles, oh my gosh. Love the reptiles, and I love that my daughter's getting into them, at least the bearded dragon. So I'm gonna go over there and help her create a bioactive bearded dragon enclosure for Mona. She is taking care of Mona, her and my granddaughter Zoe, because she really wanted experience with a reptile, and I thought if I got her a baby bearded dragon, that might be a little bit too much for a 6-year-old. Hey, Big J's. So I gave her Mona, who is 7 years old. Moaning Mona, who's 7 or 8 years old, and she's taking care of Mona and loving it. Filet-O-Fish. Dee, what's your favorite fish? It's hard to pick. How would anybody pick what their favorite fish is? Does anyone know when yo-yo loaches I don't have any yo-yo loaches. I've got clown loaches, and I've got a Botia, a striata, the striped loach, and I got coolie loaches. I have a 50-gallon tub, 150-gallon tub, and 4 kiddie pools for my turtles. That is awesome. I need to get creative with plants in any of my water enclosures that have turtles, because they seem to think that everything I plant, even floating plants, is their basking area. So yeah. Oh. Hey, my Fish Tanks Aquatics. I was looking for your channel the other day, my Fish Tanks, and I couldn't find it because of the spacing. And I have to remember, my Fish Tanks is all one word, Space Aquatics. I will look. Psychedelic hippocampus. I was going to go out front, but I think last time I went out front, I lost my connection, didn't I? For cichlids, I put the sword plants in delicate pots covered with pea gravel. Ow! That way they're not digging it up. So the cichlids I have, they were eating them. They were like not digging them up. They were eating. I had bulbitis. Hey, Peplin. I had bulbitis. What else did I have that they ate? There's a bulb plant. I can't remember that they were eating. Did I tell you guys I'm starting to learn how to roller skate? Oh my gosh. Today is going to be day 4. And I can go forward a little bit. Hey, Whip. I can go forward a little bit. I don't know how to stop yet. So I got to kind of run into a wall. Yeah, that's about all I can do is go forward. And, well, the first day I learned how to fall. So that's what I did the first day, is I just learned how to fall. And even if I'm in the house, guys, I look so ridiculous. I don't care. I've got my elbow pads on, my helmet, because if I fall and crack this noggin, I'm going to need one of those. I've fallen and I can't get up. Buzzers, you know. That's funny. But so far, I love it. My tubs hold 70 gallons, but 6 feet long. Nice. Wow, that's nice. That's a nice swim room. I was thinking about something. Did I tell you in my pond, I have koi and goldfish and Gina, which is a yellow belly. She's out basking. You probably can't see her. Let's see if we can turn this around. Just there, underneath those nets. And I got some goldfish. And I got 6 koi. Once I got my balance back. Exactly. It's all about balance. It's all about balance and squatting. So it seems like I'm over-exercising. For me, just putting on the gear was exercise. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot. And I signed myself up and my granddaughter for roller skating lessons at a rink. And how great will that be? I think that'll be fun. Better clean those helicopters. Oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way. And look at them all gotta fall. Any-Up Graphics is being funny. Look at these. This is horrible. All I'm gonna have to do is after this falls, all of them, because usually right about now, as they're all turning into dead seeds, they are going to get us, we're gonna get a storm and they're all gonna fall. Then I'll wrap up this whole netting and just throw it away. Get the leaf blower, start blowing them around, but it's like, they fall faster than I can pick them up right now. Isn't that crazy? I am grateful for my health. Every day I wake up and list 5 things I'm grateful for, and my health is always one of them. And if I'm grateful for something, that means I have to do something towards it, which means not eat fast food and get off my butt and do something. I am a very self-proclaimed lazy person. No doubt in my mind, but I'm busy. So I'm a very busy, lazy person, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just like doing stuff, especially outside. When I'm out here, it just feels great. Once we're past the seeds. Once we're past the seeds. I'm trying to find how to find the chat. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to find it. Like I see once in a while when something comes up, but then it disappears and I don't know where it goes. And I don't know how to get it. I'm sorry, guys, if you asked a question. I don't know how to get it. So right now, inside in my reptile room, I have a 55-gallon with 5 baby turtles. Not so baby, they're like yearlings. And I was going to put them in this tank, or this pond, because this pond, let me flip it around, if I can. Because this pond has like an enclosure against it, and they won't be able to get out. And then I'll build up this enclosure with a top. And then I'll have lots of little basking stations, because right now this will be a huge improvement to a 55-gallon. But they're not used to colder weather, so I've got to wait a little bit. Just a little bit longer, even though today's going to be gorgeous. I don't know, is nighttime, I'm thinking should be above 50 degrees every night at least, right? And we're nowhere near that. I don't think we're near that. But yeah. Now I sit here usually on my live stream Sunday night, and there's this gorgeous, I think is gorgeous pond, and it's hideous, I tell you, hideous. Oh, look at those purple. I did start planting, see those purple flowers? I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're sage or lavender. But I did start last year planting some perennials. So I think if every year I plant a couple perennials, because even with me, with the thought of moving and going somewhere where it's a little bit warmer, more land, I don't care if it's a tiny house. I can build a fish barn or a fish shed. You know, I can build a reptile shed and enclosures if it's a little bit warmer, a little bit more land, and a little bit less neighbors. Look at that. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. Oh, there's a lot of neighbors. And this isn't even a city. This is just how it is. This is just how it is. But I don't want to live anywhere where there's a, what is it called, HOA, where they can tell you what to do and not to do. Like, ooh, you can't hang up your clothes. Or who doesn't like freshly hung up clothes? Like, why would that be a rule? Like, I don't get it. Or you can't have, they make up silly rules. I'm sure they're for good reasons. But, oh, what else do I have inside? I have, besides my 5 smaller turtles. Yeah, this is a rot, aquaballs. Not only do I have 5 smaller turtles, I have my Diamondback Terrapin, who's about 4 years old now. He'll come outside, and a red air slider that I just inherited. It's supposed to be 2 of them. At least my neighbors are weirdos. It's supposed to be 2 of them. I gotta find the other one. He crawled out of the enclosure in my basement, and I am ripping my basement apart, looking underneath things, starting to go into walls now. Like in the bathroom wall, you know how they have that panel, taking that off and looking. He's got to be there somewhere. He's got to be. There's no way he could get out of my basement. But my basement is so, like, I'm looking and I'm listening. And I have the dog, like, Bane, help me find him. But no luck yet. So So I got that coming outside. I have 2 different painted turtles, an Eastern and a Western painted, that are in a 40-gallon with all my summer tubbing projects. So I've got some white cloud mountain minnows that are going to be coming out. I've got some black-tailed platies that'll be coming out. And I got to do a little bit of research because I just got my dream fish, my dream tetra. Not my dream fish, my dream tetra, the lemon tetra. I'll do a spoiler alert, lemon tetra. And I got to see if that's a good candidate for summer tubbing. Because boy, would I love to propagate and start a whole colony of lemon tetras. I would. It was so hard for me to find. I see other people say they just go in the store and find them. I couldn't find them anywhere. But my friend Mark over at Pets Plus in Lawrenceville, he ordered them for me. So when I got them, they were still in the bag right from Vietnam. So I'm expecting some die-off, obviously. But I don't know why I expect that. But they're in a quarantine tank. I don't usually medicate, but if I start seeing a problem, I will medicate. There is no ick. They look great. They haven't colored up yet, but how long of a trip is it from here in a bag from Vietnam? Like, I don't think I'd be colored up either. But yeah, it's going to be a gorgeous day. It's going to be a gorgeous day. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but I'm thinking about finding my helmet, my shoes, my boots, and going for a motorcycle ride is what I'm going to do, because this is just too good to be true. I have 6 of them. Could be... I lost it. See? Where does it go? I have... Oh, neighbors? 6 neighbors. Yeah, so... I do have a neighbor that if you could keep in your prayers, that would be good. He's gone missing. And so if you could just keep him in your prayers and that he's found safely, that would be nice. As a grown-up, he's missing. They found his truck, they can't find him, so. And it's very uncharacter-like, so. If you guys pray, keep him in your prayers for me. If you don't pray, just hope for his safety for me. Because it's very disconcerting when it's him. It's right here. It's scary. A little bit scary. So I'm going to come over here to my absolute favorite smell in the whole wide world. My lilacs. Oh, they're almost done. I do like them. Look at these. Ah, this is horrible. But I'm so happy you guys came out of my live to check out how my pond life is starting in 2021, and it's off to a seedy start. How's that? It's off to a very seedy. Look at my roof. Can you see my roof? Yeah. All of these gutters are filled with these seeds, and guess what? They're gonna grow. Can't see my neighbors. I love it so much. The pebble, and that's how I grew up. That's how I grew up. Although, if you looked in the backyard of when I grew up, about 3-4 acres away up on the hill, you could see his house. But yeah, we basically didn't have those kind of neighbors. At least not my backyard. My front yard on the street, you could drive and get to a neighbor real quick. But that was in Waverly, Pennsylvania. I love lilacs. Grew up with them. Everywhere in Missouri. Never seen any in Texas. You know what I didn't know that's here that's not everywhere in the country? Lightning bugs. Isn't that silly? How did I be over 60 and not know lightning bugs were just a area thing? I don't know. But anyway, this is my pond life. This is how it starts. I'm hoping to see a lot of improvement. And I'm hoping to see it soon, but the problem is I'm the one that's gonna have to do it, so it might be a slow road. So thanks guys, thanks for coming out and joining me on this beautiful day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and don't forget, pray for my neighbor, okay? I'll see you guys.